One of the more annoying things about using seed trays is the seeding aspect. So if you prepared your tray, in this case it's just moistened soil mix that I have, you're ready to go. But with any sort of seed tray, you got to have a place where the seed goes. So this is a 128 tray. There's 128 cells for this. So in order for that to happen, I have to find a little happy place for it. So that means sticking my finger in each of these holes to find a little indentation from which the seed will just go in, and you put the mix over, you're good to go. That's fine if you got 2 trays, but if you got 40 to 50 each time, it becomes a little bit cumbersome. And specifically with moistened soil and your finger being the one doing the indentations, anytime you have dirty, wet hands like this, mix that with seeds, then you have a recipe for something that sticks all over the place. So if I had a seed packet here and I were to stick my fingers in there, I would get some here, but I would get them all decorated all over my fingers because it just sticks all over the place. You could alternatively use like a pencil or something with that, but that still doesn't eliminate the fact that this is 128, and if I got 20 trays of these, that is not only 20 times 128 indentations, but 20 times 128 times of putting a seed into there. It's fine. It's more of a nuisance if anything, and I'm just trying to be more efficient with it. Yes, it's a hobby. You should just like doing these sorts of things, but after a while it just becomes annoying. So alternatively, you could have something like this. So I just built a tray to the dimensions specifically to my tray, and underneath is just the number of dowels for each cell. So instead of putting my finger or something else in it to create the hole, I'm just going to have my tray do that. So if I just look at my tray, I see it's all there as soil. It's not fully filled. I didn't make a perfect tray filled with soil. Now if I put this on top and push down, I now take that same tray, and you can see all of the little holes are already made for my seeds. The annoying thing about my setup is I just don't have 128, so I went about and made the 50 and 72 with these. So they're specific to the tray because each tray has its own dimensions itself, and then the cells have their own dimensions as well. So 50, 72, no different with it. I just put it over the top. I squish it in. It's a little dirty, but everything is sealed. And if you look at my seed tray now, I have all of my little holes ready to go. So that takes a process of minutes at times, repetitively. You know, you may be looking at 1 or 2 hours with all of these trays, and it simplifies it to a quick couple-second practice. So just the annoying thing is getting enough soil in there, but as long as you have your indentation, you're just going to put soil over the top anyway. So if you have seed trays, just be aware that it can be really annoying if you have a lot of seed trays to do this sort of exercise. And there's different iterations that you can do, doing dry mix and not having the wet part of it. But whichever way you go about it, there's going to be some annoying aspects of it. In this case, it's already ready to go, prepared soil, eliminating my finger as the hole puncher, putting it in to the dowel tray, pushing it in, and you're good to go. So I can essentially do 60 trays probably in less than 5 minutes than it would be maybe 30-45 minutes previously, as well as the annoying part of getting seeds off my hand. So an interesting way of trying to be more efficient with one of the more annoying parts of using seed trays.